Hi, everyone. I am Tara, and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel, Spiritual Talk. As I said on my thing, today we're going to talk about a couple things that I seen on the news, and it was like a glitch. And I was just like shaking because like it was coming up. Well, it was really strange because I got home and I put my TV on, and the CBC News channel come up on my Samsung. Okay, so I was watching it, and it was really strange because what they were talking about was they were talking about the Ukraine and the Russian war. But what made my head spin was because it was today's news, September 17th, and it said that it was from 7 p.m. to 8:16 or 8:15, what have you. Well, I was listening and they were talking, and then all of a sudden, like they were saying about this festival. Okay. And then they said that Monday was going to be May 9th. What? Monday was going to be May 9th? Well, that don't make sense because today is September 17th. Right? Like, and that was breaking news. Breaking news is always an L, right? Breaking news. So then I was sitting there, and it said we'll be right back. Kind of like somewhat sort of like the National sometimes. Well, I was sitting there, and then they come on about Pakistan. They elected this man. They're saying that was happening now. Well, when I Googled that, it said that happened April 22nd, 2022. September 17th. But it was breaking news. Breaking news means happening now. And this was the CBC News channel. Okay. So I kept watching. And then they had about the sexual misconduct apology. And it was breaking news. It was supposed to be happening now. Well, that apology took place December 13th, 2021. Right? Okay. Think about that one. Okay. So then I was sitting there and I was still watching. And then it come up about Tyler Hawkins. I guess he's someone from a band or something. See, I don't keep up on these. I don't have any idols. And I don't think I ever did. I might like certain person's acting, but I never followed them really or anything like that. Because, like, I don't care. Who cares about their life? Worry about your own and your family. So anyways, they were saying that it was breaking news that this guy died. He was born he was born in 72, and he died in 22 this year. It was breaking news, so it was news for today. Except the man died March 25th, 2022. So why is it breaking news now on the CTB News channel? Trying to figure that out, hey? Glitch. So there's a few other things, but then I was looking on my computer, and I was getting ready to do this video, and I started scrolling down through my home page where it has different news things. Well, it come up Daily Mail. Okay, we all know that there's the Daily Mail. Okay, so this is what I found on Daily Mail, and it made me laugh. Okay, keep in mind, this is an article about peeing. Okay, I'll explain. So, this is what the article says. Okay, and I quote: doctors warn people need to stop peeing in the shower now. Okay, this is what it says. Doctors have revealed why peeing in the shower for both men and women is bad for your bladder and outlined the correct way for women to go to the toilet sitting down. Okay, so I really have to laugh at that, okay, because think of it. Now they're saying that they want to tell women this is the correct way to sit on the toilet to have a pee. Well, here, I'll turn my butt backwards facing the back of the toilet and pee that way. Is that correct? Do I got to sort of squat like this? Is that correct? Okay. So they're telling you how they're saying, well, this is the correct way to pee. Hello. Okay. Continuing on with the article. Okay. So it's got to make you laugh. If it doesn't make you laugh, like you really got to shake your head, people. Okay. Urologist, okay, I had to get that right. Dr. Tess Irwin took to TikTok to share her musings on this subject, stating that while it will empty the bladder correctly while standing up, stating that while it will empty the bladder correctly while standing up, it also trains your bladder to release urine every time you hear water running. Wait a minute. Okay. Wait a minute on that. Okay. How many of you have had to use the bathroom, but you were having a hard time using the bathroom, so you turned on the water tap? Right? Yes, good day. Okay? Think about it. Okay, these are things that we really need to take into consideration. Like they're telling us how to use the bathroom. They're saying, well, no, this is the correct way. Well, what's the correct? Okay. So moving on. Okay. Because I find this very amusing. Okay. Because it goes to show like how outrageous things are really getting. Okay. So now it says, you don't want to do it all the time because what happens is every time you hear the sound of water, your bladder is going to want to pee. Well, I hear the sound of water, but my bladder doesn't want to go pee. I'm listening to the sound of water right now. Okay? And I don't want to go pee. Okay. So because it's used to hearing the sound of the water in the shower, she explained. Okay. Well, I hear this sound all the time because this is the frequency that I have on all the time for the most part. Okay. So she goes on to say, so whenever you're washing your hands, washing the dishes, your bladder is going to be salivating, so to speak, because it wants to go and pee. Does that make sense? Shake it hard, shake it loose. Okay. So now this one here, Dr. Alicia Jeffrey Thompson, who is a Boston-based pelvic floor therapist, agreed with Dr. Irwin, detailing the dangerous side effects that can come from peeing while standing under a running stream of water. And that's a commercial. Okay. So continues on to say, If you pee while the water is running, then you're creating an association in your brain between the sound of running water and having to pee. She told her 468,000 followers on TikTok in 2021. Okay. Without a strong pelvic floor, this could potentially lead to some leak issues when you hear running water outside of the shower. She added, not to mention people born with female anatomy were not designed to pee standing up. Okay. I'm going to be honest. Okay. When I was younger, I wanted to know about how men like pee standing up. So, there's something embarrassing about me, but I ain't embarrassed because I'm going to tell it. I took and I stood up over the toilet like a man would, like I got right over the toilet because I don't have a penis to like launder over it. So I stood over it and I peed. Okay. So pee how you want. It's lack of exercise and having babies and the exercise is after you have a baby because your body stretches, okay? So it causes that release from the bladder. So most women who's had babies know what I'm talking about, or it comes with older age. Okay, you have more trouble holding your bladder. We've all listened to water. We've all, I guaranteed, we've all peed in the shower at least once or twice. And if you say you didn't, I'll tell you you're full of shit. Okay? So, continues on. Apparently, even with one leg up in the Captain Morgan pose, Dr. Jeffrey Thomas modeled in the video, your pelvic floor isn't going to relax properly, which means we're really not going to be emptying our bladder super well. Okay. I had a bladder mesh. They had to take it out, okay? And when they did I ended up having to go on these antibiotics that were the most potent antibiotics. And they said I'd have to be on the rest of my life. It made me feel sick. It made me feel like my hair was falling. They did a test, okay? And when they did the test, they put in 700 liters of water in my body. And they had me sit down. And only 400 came out. Where was the other 3? Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you. Since I started listening to 432, 528 hertz, I haven't had any problems with my bladder. Right? Teskene matushkle, ekotuturia pergay, ekriaskanta tariana kuriay. Pushkle, kuriaskana anta kuria pataleya. Lutuskura amaniana akrieto ele shwele kuria marikoto eskere. So think about that. Okay. We don't need this medication because this medication made me feel ill. Like it just like my stomach hurt all the time. It was worse than having the mesh in. I don't advise anybody to get a bladder mesh. If they say you need the bladder lift or what have you, tell them you want your own body tissue used or you don't want it at all. Because the bladder mesh created massive infections and it created a cystosis on my bladder. And that's why they had me on the medication. That was making my hair fall out and making my stomach hurt all the time and making me just feel ill. But like I said, I listened to 432 and 528 DNA hurts. And now my bladder's fine. I haven't had a bladder infection since. Okay, continuing on. Okay. Some people are probably wondering, well, what does this like? Why are you talking about this? Well, it's part of the spiritual awakening because a doctor is telling you, stop peeing in the shower. They're telling you how to pee. Where's their logic and like, oh, he's got to have facts. Well, I got the fact for you. Listen to the hurts. So it goes on to say, so try to pee before you ever turn on the shower water. And if you get the urge to pee while you're in there, try to ignore it. Dr. Jeffrey Thomas recommended. Okay. Then the doctor referred specialist Irving Pavoy's famous experiment with dogs that led to the discovery of the paraphenomena of classical conditioning. Well, classical conditioning. What are they doing there? What's happening right now? They're conditioning us. Oh. Okay. So now it goes to say he rings a bell every time he puts food out for the dog. So eventually the dog starts to associate the bell with food. Bell, school, ding, 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 hypnotize, conditioning. What they're doing now to us people, wake up. And he starts to slobber, even if there's no food there, Dr. Jeffrey Thomas explained. You awake? So, in a series titled How to Train Your Bladder, the doctor's orders are to try and use the bathroom only 3 to 4 times during the day, but a minimum of 2. Wait a minute. Try to use the bathroom 3 to 4 times a day, only pee 3 to 4 times a day. Well, wasn't it always said that it wasn't good to hold your bladder because it causes infection? Because bacteria builds up. You drink lots of fluid, you drink lots of water. Well, of course you got to go to the bathroom. Hello? You awake yet? See? It's conditioning. If you got to go to the bathroom, you got to go to the bathroom. Don't freaking hold it. Because I know how painful it can be when you can't freaking pee. Okay. So it says, ideally, you should not get up at night. Dr. Jeffrey Thomas explains. Say goodbye to going just in case, too. Because the goal is to ride the wave so that you're not giving in at the high level of intensity to go. Well, we all know that. But when you got to go, and it's not healthy to hold it. Okay? And it says also not leaking, she added. If you're constantly giving in to the urge to go to the bathroom right away, then you're training your brain to send that signal to your body more often. Well, I always thought that going to the bathroom had a lot more to do with your fluid intake. Exactly, it does. So we have these people that say they're this or that, and they have these big ass certificates that says, oh, I have this credential. Where's your grades? Let me see them. Did you cheat? Because I know that some people, they just got thrown through school and didn't know squat. But the medicine that they give you, it only goes towards the side effects. It doesn't cure the problem. Like there are cures out there to cure the problems. They give you for the side effects, which causes more side effects, which makes you have to take more pills. So it's a vicious circle. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oh, no, gotta go this way. No, gotta go that way. Hey, let's just do this. Let's just keep going round in circles, like a cat chasing its tail or a dog chasing its tail. Okay. So, and let's see, is there more to the article? That's a commercial. Okay. And then it says Professor AJ Rain, Townsville Hospital's director of urology, told podcast Maximia that there is a correct way for women to pee. Who are you to say what's really correct? Okay. Each woman's pelvis is different. Each woman is built differently. Okay. Given the construction of the given the construction of the Western closet. Okay. I don't know what that is. The appropriate posture is to sit on the toilet with your feet flat on the ground, because flat feet promote relaxation of your thigh muscles and your pelvic muscles. Well, I believe most women pee with their feet flat on the ground anyways. Okay. Professor Ryan said at an American Urology Society meeting on the Protect the Pee, the perfect pee, back in 2004. Okay. You have your elbows on your knees and you lean forward as if you are reading a newspaper on the floor. This promotes efficient emptying of both your bowel and bladder. Okay, now they're telling you how to poop, apparently. Okay, so then it goes on to say, oh, sorry, want more stories like this from the Daily Mail? Okay, visit their page. Okay, so now, with that being said, as I said, the glitch in the matrix, and then they're telling you how to pee, like this is the right way to pee. Holy crap. I better do it right. Oh, here, I better lean forward. Oh, I'm reading the paper. Oh my goodness. Okay. But sometimes that don't work because, like I said, some women, it's all in the way your body's built. Some women find it easier to pee sitting up like this. Some just relax like this. Okay. It really all depends on the person. Next thing you know, they're going to tell men, oh, you shouldn't pee sitting down. But wait a minute, they probably already do say that. Okay, so okay, so that's for today. Okay, because it really, like, I literally Like I was going, oh, like I was giving birth, only it was coming up here and trying to go out. And it's like things aren't making sense right now. Okay, like things are going wonky, like it was just all over the place. Okay, so we're in a different timeline, and like things aren't making sense. So when that was happening, I was doing this, I'm thinking like, wait a minute, whoa, it's all saying breaking news, and I'm like, because I'm feeling it coming up, and it can be painful. Like I start freaking bawling, and I started almost throwing up. I was like gagging and dry heaving, and I had like I was salivating. Okay, so take everything you see with a grain of salt. I tried telling somebody else about that. Like, so what? And they're telling me to let them hear what was on news. And it's like, wait a minute. Well, why do you need to hear it? You already heard it back in 2021. And that was about the military misconduct apology. Okay. So it's like weird things are happening. Things aren't making sense. I know that, like, and I know somebody else who like says the same thing. It's like, okay, when COVID came out, it was COVID, and then it was vaccine. Then it was war, and recently it's been all about the Queen. And this person said that now, oh, they're starting to go back to the vaccine. Well, this guy I wasn't looking at things so much lately. Okay. But, and then tonight it was like, because it was said to me, we are the observer. Okay. And this is what I'm here to do today. I'm here to put this to you and say, wait a minute, is what you're really seeing truth? Or is it fiction? Or deja vu, we've already been through it. So why are they putting it out? Because they want to keep you on your seat like this, panicking. Oh my God, oh my God, oh God, it's the end of the world. Holy crap. It's not the end of the world. And now they're doing this thing about Biden and like the Russian prime minister or what have you. I seen an article saying about the nuclear missiles or whatever. It ain't going to happen. Don't think it's going to happen. Don't sit on your seat worrying that, oh, because it's not happening. Keep in mind, you manifest what you continue to think about. I know, because it's happened to me. And then it's like, holy shift. Like, this is freaking true. I'm feeling this way. So I'm getting back what I'm feeling. So right now I'm sending a lot of love to you guys. And I just like, I know that like people are dying and people are being hurt and losing things. Okay. I know that. And I feel that because I know I've already felt it before. I feel the whole of the collective. I wake up through the night and I'm in a panic and my heart is pumping really fast. It's not my anxiety because I have nothing to have anxiety about. I'm feeling the collective. I said it at the beginning of this in 2020. I feel you all. And I said I weep for you all, but I cry for you all. I scream. Like literally scream. because I feel your anxiety. I feel your fear. I feel your pain. Ugh. The skin. Okay. I feel the shifts. I feel. I don't so much sit like I don't sit and research this stuff because like the stuff that I've already gone through, I just kind of like I shake my head because it just don't make sense. With stuff that's happening a lot in the world, like am I like aware of danger? Yeah, and everybody needs to be aware of danger, but not fear, because fear is just false evidence appearing real. It's a green screen. It's a replay of a movie. Just get a yeah, man, I Yaska Krisko Kriano Dieto Crema, Ameasco, me Ecotopia, Scala Crea. Kine Negriana Eketuela, Kriaska Dominiana Kuriamigay. Ask ya Hashkai. Okay. Not apologizing for that because it's happening. Okay, I guess I am supposed to be doing some videos. I just don't come on and do them a lot because I'm trying to sort my own stuff out. Like I want to do healing and some counseling for spiritually for people to understand and for the kids, like to try and help kids with autism because I know like autism it's people being autosensitive, and I know what that's like because it's just like I do the same thing sometimes. It's like I say shut up because there's so much noise and I've learned to turn it off, and I've learned to pick up on things when I can, I communicate telepathically, and I can learn to turn that off. I can hear people's thoughts, and I have to learn to turn that off. And I feel the energy and what have you. And I was actually helping people last year with something, and I was feeling stuff, and I was telling them, but they weren't doing anything with the information. So it's like, well, okay, then why involve me? Why ask for my help if you're not going to follow through? You believe it, and you've actually done the investigations to find out, holy shit, like what she said, they found it out. I've told them of a place where someone said they were. They went to that place. The place was there, but they said, oh no, it couldn't be that one. So that's kind of why I said, like, okay, why do it? Don't want to listen to me anyways. But I need to stop thinking that way because that's just one or two people. That's not everyone, and I can't put everyone in the same spot. It's like saying that, oh, well, because this person is an a-hole, then all of these people are, because they hang out with this person. Maybe the person that's an a-hole has some qualities that these people like. Maybe they don't like the a-hole part. So se siona ashkalea kriana kuri tuturus kirata tikininga tikirianta kariambula karioparigai. Pe siena kriashkala. Kieskan, kieska e tule elaprea. Kimenda ta yaskrean no ye. e kolea la skaleno e sue e krea apore e mutuskirio to kiskia e suele eskre. Okay. I can do light language. I can do like I stopped journaling. I don't. Well, I know why. Like it just doesn't. It doesn't come to me because like it was, and then I lost my notes. I had been doing some investigating back when this all started, and I had part of things when it was like all mixed up. They were saying, okay, well, we see what you have here. Now you got to rip it up or cut it up so nobody else gets a hold of it. Which I should never have done. But that's okay. Because we learn, right? Did I go back and do it? No, I didn't go back and finish it. But I know that there's other people that have kind of picked up on it and they're pointing things out now. Okay? Escrire nashkai escrire totale perkanan ne kenen e akrea totole. Se sina eskitututeabe bi topole mena perkupape ya la scola la brina gria tota escutate de kide. Okay. So another thing that I want to touch base on, because as far as I was touching base with the urine of the doctor and that doctor and what have you, the other day I went and I was sitting with somebody and they started talking about this what was it? Experiment or like something that it wasn't like a medical experiment or what have you. It to me it was a waste of money, a waste of machinery of Nikola Tesla's inventions that was to help other people. Okay, so what this person told me is these people got together and what they did was they did a thing, okay, to find out why some people vote liberal and their families go liberal and others vote conservative and their families goes conservative or what have you. So they were taking this money and they were taking these machines, MRIs, CT scans, PET scans, what have you, to find out why these people vote this way. But yet our medical system is saying we don't have enough of these tests to get people in who really need them. Is it peeving me off? Yeah. So I told him, you know what? I don't give two craps why people vote liberal or why people vote conservatives. And to take and waste and use a machinery that people could use to actually have medical stuff done. It does peeve me off. And it should you too. Because it's frivolous. How many of you really give a crap why people vote this way or vote that way or how their brain works to say that they're voting this way? It's called brainwashing. You don't need a friggin' machine to tell you that. So yes, yes, I did get very upset right there. Because we're all screaming. We're all waiting in line to have a test done, but we can't because the machines are being used for frivolous crap. Are you awake? You should be, because you should be asking these questions too. I go sort of like, I go dormant sometimes. Like it's because I don't want to be part of the matrix, but every so often I have to come down to it. Okay. I'm more in the fourth dimension, maybe even for like more up higher, what have you. And it's like, well, where did you go? Well, okay. I kind of like, it's like I go within, and I just don't want anything to do with anyone, and things aren't resonating with me. So it's like I'd rather be out sitting in the woods playing with rocks, because there's just so much crap. Like it's all, it went poof like that, and now we're sorting through the shift. I can't stand watching TV. I try to put something on TV. 5-10 minutes I get in, and it's like click. And then I put birds and water sounds or frequencies, because I'd rather be with myself right now. But I do like going out and talking with other people, because as I've been getting out and talking with other people, I've been finding more and more people who are telepathic, who are awake to what's really happening. It's television, tell lies to your vision, green screen. Okay, the movies, they're telling you the truth. The biggest, like the movies, Star Trek, think of it. Star Wars, we are starseeds, we are leskedel na to sky. Brigatatay. Okay. Some of you are probably saying, okay, well, I don't understand what you're saying, blah, 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 blah. Like, what. Well, your higher self does know. So let your higher self come through. Turn off the TV, get connected with God frequency, let the Christ energy come in, because that's what Yeshua, Jesus Christ, was telling us. Okay? I'm not a Bible thumper or what have you, because to me, God is love, love is God, love is the infinite energy, and the energy comes from here. And we emit a lot of energy from here. Okay. And they've been cutting that off, because they've been putting us against each other, and separating families, and well, you're only worth this, so you're only worth, we're all worth the same. You're no better than me, and I'm no better than you. You may do something good, but I do something good. We don't have to be the same. We all don't have to be good at the same thing, because that's what makes us unique. So putting us in school and teaching us this stuff about fear, oh, you got to believe this, you got to believe this, sit, we're going to program you, you're going to drill it in your head, we're going to test you to make sure that it's in there. Desquereu. A lot of people are finding out that what they've been teaching you in school is a load of malarkey. It's not true. And what is true is half truth thrown in with a really bad twist. Okay? We need to stop fighting with one another. Just because you believe one thing doesn't mean I have to. So why pound me with it? Why pound your sister, your father, your mother, your brother? When they're ready to know the truth, their truth, they'll know it. Just practice what you preach. I know sometimes I preach and I didn't practice, but it's like I practice more often than I don't. We all have our setbacks, but you get back up like kids when they first learn how to walk. You might go down, but get back up again. Rise above it all. People that say they go to church, but they tell people to F off, or they get pissed off because somebody doesn't agree with them, or just doesn't want to hear what they have to say because maybe they're not ready. Don't say you're of God. Because God don't do that. God has compassion and understanding for everyone. God has love. God is caring. And we all have God within us. And this is what this wake up is. It's to see things for what it really is and to look within yourself. You can't go to church and think, oh, well, that's going to get rid of my sins because I went to church. Well, it ain't. You're only going to get rid of your sins, which they tell us, oh, well, you're a sinner. We all make mistakes. We're not perfect. But this is the part where you go within. You don't look to a church for forgiveness. You look to yourself. You have to go within. And it can be pretty friggin' scary because when you're letting it out and you're purging, holy crap, man, it don't tickle. It hurts. And love does hurt sometimes because when you're finding yourself to love yourself, because that's when you're going to find real love, is after you love yourself. Because if you're not loving yourself, then how can you really expect to love other people? Respect yourself. Tiskina mushkalena to tayakre. Kita to breskre. Kime amano ime shalele kure. Kwe siam sanato to skre. Toila me na kame su ashkia askia. Tu ke me nukata paria te kreaske tatinoi. Klem me ana kopian ashkia toi askiria totai. Timide ke totai. Ki to skre to ne kre ki me mo la skala eswe ke totai me na kreato to ele siela skole. So, with that being said, I will leave you all at that, and hopefully it gets your brain thinking, and you can actually look up this stuff that I was talking about, because like I said, I even looked at the channel, and it said today's date, because like I thought that it was a previous thing, and it wasn't. It was saying for today's date, so it was kind of going all over the place, and it was all breaking news, meaning it was happening now. So, I wish you all a great evening and get well rested because a lot's happening and it's more about to happen. And we need to be ready because we all know that, like, sometimes things get worse before they get better. And get out your popcorn. If you eat popcorn, I'll get out my fruit. Don't like popcorn. Used to, but don't anymore. So I want to say I love you all. And I send out much love, much light, many blessings, and most importantly, very good health to anyone and everyone who is willing to receive it, because I can't push it on you. You have to want to receive it. I love you all. Have a great night.